While you were a driver in Formula One, you were a very consistent driver, having scored in more than half of your races you entered. But of course, the cars were different, the regulations were different. Was it more fun to race 20 or 30 years ago than today?
I think the Formula One today is absolutely amazing. Of course, the time is changing. You know, everything is developing. Humans' intention is to make things better. You know, and a good example is the Formula One in terms of safety. You know, the safety has improved massively over the years. If you go back in the history, drivers were getting hurt when they had an accident. Now the Formula One has developed a different kind of hunt systems which are supporting drivers not to hurt the neck. We have the hollow system on the front. That way, if the other car, some reason goes over the other car, it will protect the driver. Materials has improved. So there's so many different things which has gone right direction in Formula One. Is it more fun to drive these days? The Formula One drive, you know, it's always fun to drive. It is amazing machine. You know, it is a high technology car. You know, all the top designers have created Formula One car.
When you retired from Formula One at the end of 2001, while you were still competitive, you mentioned the pressure of the sport. Today, you know, with the help of the advancement in sports science, mental health sport and fitness, we see drivers on the circuit racing into their late 30s or early 40s like Fernando and Lewis. Do you think your career may have extended if you have that approach we had today?
I don't think so. My case was definitely different. You know, I had a really bad accident in my halfway through my career in '95, and it happened in Australia. So I started Formula One in '91, '95. I had a big accident, and 2001 I retired. So in that period of time, I was able to win a world championship 2 times, and when I did win the world championship, end of my career, I was thinking, Mika, don't push your luck further. You know, if something happens similar what happened to you in year '95, you don't know if you're going to walk anymore. You don't know if you're going to talk anymore. You don't know if you can be alive anymore. You have achieved your goal of your life, why you came to Formula One, becoming world champion. So I thought, this enough. It's time to retire. It's time to do other things in your life and move forward in your life. So even a time in year '97, I started working with the company. Well, at that time it wasn't a company yet, but now today Hintsa Performance company takes care of the 80% of the Grand Prix drivers in their physical health, mental health, nutrition, how they sleep, because they're traveling again globally around the world. They have to be sharp front of the media, in the racing car, function with the team, and able to live a good life. So there is a company who's taking care of the driver, and that extend their career chances for the further in their career. And it was already functioning in my time. But because of my accident in '95, I decided to stop it earlier.
When you were drivers' champion in 1998 and 1999, the battles against Michael Schumacher and Eddie Irvine were epic. And we see kind of a similar competition between Lewis and Max 2 years ago. However, last year it was only Max. And this year, luckily, it looks like Lando is bringing back the excitement. What do you think about the season so far? What are the pinpoints you remember from the season, and what are your expectations for the rest of the season?
It's very obvious that Formula One is moving constantly right direction. There is a different drivers winning. There is a different teams are winning. Marketing in terms of Drive to Survive, documentaries, movies about the Formula One, information what is available to study Formula One getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think this is a great advantage for the fans to get more involved, to have more knowledge what is Formula One all about. Innovation, what innovations Formula One has. And that's again Innovation Week here in Istanbul is great for the young people to bring their thinking, their innovation. That way somebody's not stopping them. No, vice versa, bring it here. I think Formula One is a good platform. It's constantly new innovations to be better than others. So I feel like my time there was a good racing, challenging racing. Before me, there was a great race against Ayrton Senna, Alain Prost, me, Michael Schumacher, Max, Lewis, things like that. They are happening. Generation is changing, and now we have multiple winners. Many winners in Formula One. I think this is brilliant for the fans.
Team rules in Hungarian Grand Prix were spoken a lot. There's a chance that it may be recorded as a historical failure if McLaren or Lando loses the championship by a few points. So what do you think about the team rules? You have benefited from team rules in the past.
Team rules, I experienced many different scenarios in my career. I think if the other driver is in a position to win a world championship, the team should order the teammate to give a support. Mathematically, if it is possible. They are not easy decisions, the team to make. Every driver has a little bit different contracts, different clauses, which are influencing these decision makings for the team. In my case, I think the team orders are good to have, because the idea is there to end of the year to be a winner.
Last year, you mentioned McLaren as a primary contender against Red Bull for this season instead of Ferrari, and it looks like it came out to be true. What is your expectations for the remainder of the season?
Well, McLaren will continue developing their car. They understanding the machine what they have. They understanding their car what they have. Help of that knowledge and understanding, they can constantly move forward. And I expecting them to only get better towards the end of the season.
Who is your favorite future star, or who is going to be dominant in the coming years in Formula One?
Difficult to name only one. There's lots of number of young talents out there who are developing and who are really committed for their career and their sport. Difficult to say just one particular driver. There's many good drivers out there.
Is the Red Bull dynasty falling apart? Because, Adrian Newey left for Aston Martin, and then the head of race strategy, Will Courtney, who also left, and Max Verstappen, after winning 7 of the first 10 races, couldn't get a win in the last 8 races. Do you think Red Bull's time is coming to an end?
I don't say that. I would not say that it's coming to the end. Teams constantly facing problems, challenges. When you stop winning, things look really bad, and people are looking who to blame, what are the reasons. But you cannot deny the fact that some key people have left from the Red Bull team to other teams, and that will influence long term the team's performance. There's no doubt about it. But they are strong, very powerful. So I don't think they're going to disappear anywhere.
One last question. When you retired in 2001 from Formula One, you couldn't have a chance to race in Istanbul Park as a F1 pilot, which held the first race in 2004. But the drivers like the circuit a lot. Do you think Istanbul Park should be in the calendar?
I raced here with the other racing category 2005, and I found the track is absolutely fantastic. I think it's really fun to drive. I think it should be in a calendar. I think people would love to come to Turkey, Istanbul. I don't think any driver has anything against it. Why not? But it's more complicated than that, just to have in a Grand Prix. It requires a lot of power from the government, ministers, partners, the sponsors, to put all their efforts together to make this to happen. It requires quite a few calculations. What are the benefits?